As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on parts and tools I use in today's video. Today, we got this 2005 Honda Civic. We're gonna see what happens when your hood prop just kind of wiggles around and touches the positive on your battery. Let's check it out. So, do any of you guys have a floppy hood prop that doesn't sit anywhere? If you have a 2005 Honda Civic, it's a really good possibility. I see it all the time, and I always think to myself, Jordan, what would happen if that floppy hood prop hit the positive on the battery? And today I've come upon a car where it actually happened, and the customer thought this was what the problem was. It actually did not turn out to be. It's Honda Civic. You can't break a Honda Civic. You can throw it off a cliff, you can beat it with a sledgehammer, and it just doesn't die. But this is what it looks like. We basically, your connector is like melted, and I was explaining to the customer, it's like if you were to have an oven, and you can see it's all melted down through there. So we're gonna replace this, and then we're gonna cut these wires and replace this connector. But I explained to the customer, it's kind of like a heating element on your stovetop. Basically, when we did negative to positive, we turned that circuit into a heating element, and this side had more wire going for it, so it took less damage. This side would be like just one little heating element on your oven taking all that heat, so it suffered more damage. And anyways, I tested everything, and surprisingly no fuses were blown. And we tested the starter, and the starter is doing nothing, and it is getting power to the control wire. When he turns the key to start it on, it gets power. This has same as battery voltage, so everything is good. It's just the starter's doing nothing. Also, that had battery voltage down there as well, so surprisingly that wasn't even the cause of the problem, but he thought it was. So we're gonna kind of address those issues, change the starter. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, and his battery was reading at like 234 cranking amps or something. So it's funny, he everything is hanging on a leg, and then that wasn't even the issue. It's just the starter was actually bad. But we're gonna start this thing because the battery charge was low, so it's kind of understandable. But we're gonna get everything back on. We're gonna start the car, let the battery charge for a little bit, and he should be good to go. But now you know, if especially at least on a Honda Civic, I imagine more other cars you'd pop fuses and stuff, but for this car it just turned your circuitry into a heating system, and because it's a Honda, nothing broke. And yeah, so you could keep it going. I'd imagine just take your hood prop out if that's your problem and you don't want to fix it, instead of just leaving it there and it hits that.